Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be going over my second paycheck for the month, so let's get started. Alright, first I just wanted to mention that my planner cover and the planner that I am using will be linked down below in the description box. I purchased my planner cover from Etsy, from a shop called Glam Girl Planners, and then the planner I am using is the Erin Condren Life Planner in a vertical layout because I like to use it for memory planning. And then I also have extra note pages in here so I can use it for budgeting. And then I did purchase it for the binder system with Erin Condren, but I did change the hole punches to the Happy Planner system just so I can flip the pages more easily. Alright, so here's my cover. Here's the planner that I'm using, and I will have everything linked down below. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump into October. Alright, so this is my Paycheck 1 budget and results. If you haven't seen either of those videos, I will have them linked down below, or feel free to check out my channel to see either of those videos, the budget and the results. The results do include the cash stuffing portion. And then right here for paycheck number 2, this is where I'm going to budget out my second paycheck. And I will also have a second cash stuffing, but that will be included in the results video of paycheck 2. Today, we're just going to do my second paycheck budget. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. All right, and by the way, all of these stickers that you see here are from Erica Life Vlogs, and I'll have her Shopify shop linked down below as well. All right, so for my second paycheck, this will be from my salary position, and I'll be receiving this second paycheck on October 16th. And then I am expecting my usual amount of $1,900. And I'm going to write that down right here for my total. And then if I get anything extra or less, I'll put the actual right here in this column. All right, so moving on to my bills and expenses. I don't have a lot of bills and expenses for this pay period, and that's only because I'm receiving three paychecks for this month. So I did spread out my bills and expenses evenly based on the due date and when I get paid. So referring to my monthly bill tracker. So this monthly bill tracker is from the Erin Condren website as well. I just have all of my monthly bills and expenses marked down here, as well as my quarterly bills. Right now there's just two, my water bill and then my Perkins loan that I'm currently paying off for debt. And then back up here to my bills. Paycheck 2 runs from October 16th through October 29th because my third payday will be on the 30th. So between the 16th and the 29th, I would need to take care of my utility bill that's due on the 27th, my second cash envelope stuffing, and then skipping sinking funds, and then I'll need to cover my personal spending. So my sinking funds will be on paycheck number 3, and paycheck number 3 will also cover the first few bills in November. So that's basically what I need to cover in paycheck number 2, utilities, cash envelopes, and personal spending. And then as those bills are paid, I will check them off, meaning that the money has left my bank account. All right, so first starting with bills and expenses, I have one bill, which will be utilities. And again, that is due on the 27th. And that amount is usually $184. And I actually want to mark some lines this time because usually I forget to do this. But it does make the budget just a little bit neater. So All right, so again, for bills and expenses, I'll just need to cover my utilities, doing a 27th of 184. And the next two items will be in my cash and savings section. So my total for bills and expenses for this pay period will be the 184. All right, and then I'll just have this extra space in case anything comes up that needs to be covered out of this paycheck. I did mention, I believe, in my monthly budget, if I recall correctly, I do have a water bill that would have been due in October, but there was, because of COVID, things are a little bit off schedule because the workers weren't at work, which means they couldn't process the bills on time, which means there's a little bit of a lag on when I receive them. So because I didn't receive one for October yet, I didn't budget for it. So I'm either going to pay it if it comes this month in October. If not, I'm assuming I'll get it in November, and then I'll just budget and or just pay for it in November. So that is the only other expense that would be due this month that's not being shown because I did not receive my bill for it yet. And then moving on to cash and savings, I do need to put aside money for my cash envelopes again. And I do keep my cash envelopes in this mini happy planner that I'll have linked down below as well. And I also hold my sinking funds, but just looking at my cash envelopes, for gas, I have about 30 bucks. Groceries is about 149, and then laundry is empty. And those are the same numbers that you have seen from my weekly check-in number 1. No, weekly check-in number 2, sorry. So although I still have a little bit of money in my gas and groceries, I am still going to stuff the same amounts as I did in paycheck 1. And I know when you total everything up, it's going to be like a lot, but this second cash stuffing would need to cover me from October 16th is when I'm going to stuff my cash envelopes, and it will need to cover me all the way through November 13th. Well, really the 12th, because I'll get paid for the first time in November on the 13th, and that's when I'll do my cash stuffing again for both my cash envelopes and sinking funds. So whatever I stuff between paycheck 2 and 3 will need to cover me until the 13th of November. And I just have this little sticky note here. Like I just mentioned, I am expecting my water bill. I think it's going to come in November, so I'll just leave this as a reminder so I can remember to budget for it in November because I did not budget for it this month. All right, so again, my cash envelopes have to last me all the way until mid-November, so that's why I'm just restuffing the full amounts again. All right, so starting with gas, I'm going to be stuffing $120. Groceries and household will get $450. And then laundry will receive $20. All right, so after my cash envelopes, I will need to take care of personal spending so that I can have some money to have a little bit of fun with. And for that, I like to give myself $250 each pay period. All right, so referring back to my chart, I believe that is it. Just my utility bill due on the 27th, restuff my cash envelopes, and there's just 3 of them: gas, groceries, and household, plus laundry, because I combined groceries and household. Skipping sinking funds this pay period, and then giving myself some spending money. Because then when I get back up to here, that will be covered in paycheck 3. Water bill will be covered. If it comes this month, it will be covered. If not, I'll budget for it in November. And Perkins loan is my current debt snowball target. So anything I have left over in this paycheck will be going to my Perkins loan. All right, so let me go ahead and total this side up. So that is 120 plus 450 plus 20 plus 250 equals $840. Okay, so for my paycheck breakdown, income, I am expecting $1,900. For bills and expenses, I am expecting $184. And then cash and savings, I am expecting $840. So subtracting these two from my income, 1,900 minus 184 minus 840 leaves me with $876. So that is how much I'll have left over that can go towards a debt snowball payment. Of this $876, I would need to put at least $432 towards my UAS loan, which is also known as my Perkins loan. And that is how much I would need to pay this loan off, $432. With doing so, I will still have $444 remaining. And with that money, originally I wanted to put that money back into my savings account so that I could build my savings back to $5,000. However, I decided that based on some pre-calculations on how the rest of this year may look as far as paydays and what I could do with the leftover money, I could, if I work really hard and diligently, I could pay off my Great Lakes loan number 2. So I'm thinking about doing that instead of reimbursing my savings account. My savings account is short by $700 approximately. So I could just let that ride for the rest of this year and then revisit that in January, like hoping that nothing else comes up where I need to tap into my savings. But if I just put all of my extra money that I have right now towards my Great Lakes loan number 2, I could have that paid off as well by the end of this year. So I think I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to pump my brakes on savings and just focus on my student loans, because instead of just paying off one loan this year, I could pay off 2. All right. So out of 876, I need 432 for UAS, and then the additional 444 will go towards Great Lakes loan number 2. And I will have my debt tracker video coming up right after this video, so stay tuned for that. That way you can see where I am right now in my journey. I started off with 19 debts and I'm down to 6. So with this 6, I could get rid of 2 this year by not focusing back on my savings right now. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring in New Year with 4 loans, and that's way better than 6. All right. So that is it for today's video. Once I get paid on the 16th, I will come back with the actual amounts and record that here, as well as here for everything else. And I will add anything that needs to get added if anything pops up between now and payday. Hopefully not. And then also in that results video, I will stuff my 3 cash envelopes. All right. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all next time. Bye.